America. So that's how it came about. It's not different from the other countries in conflict now, particularly the Middle East. There was also the partition of the Middle East amongst the Americans, Great Britain, France, Germany. Kaya ganon ang ganon. Ninyo divide a country without really looking into the entrails of the serious issues about tribal communes and the resources, where, what should be given, and how. Kaya ganon din ang same thing, and that's happening in the South. Problema, Indonesia has overcome its problems sa colonials niya, the Dutch and Malaysia, Great Britain. Ang Pilipinas kasi sa Espanyol. And I would like also to say that unitary type of government has not solved the problem until now. It has survived for many centuries, but it was, or it is, actually an imposition on the Filipino people. We have to correct it. Now, I am not threatening or making threats. I do not, it's not in thy name or for somebody else's dreams or aspiration. Simply that if we cannot solve the problem, sa panahon ko, galing ako Mindanao, Mindanaoan ang nanay ko, and more or less I can, just like now, they agreed to just simply stop fighting and talk about the problem. Makuha ko yung even the fundamentals of starting a talk, but I cannot exactly tell you what the outcome would be because we're just starting to hammer on it. I hope that the MILF would be able to complete the transition phase with the documents, of course, so that we can submit it to Congress. Yung federalism really is an issue. Kami dito sa we have no choice. We know the stakes, we know the dangers, and we can project more or less what will happen if something goes awfully wrong. And I do not make any dire predictions, but I would say that if we fail, dito sa panahon ko, I really don't know what will happen. But for sure, it would tear this country apart. And that is not a long time in coming. It's about 6 years where I have this small window to really work on it. And so let it be known to all the people that the Senate President is equally as interested with the Speaker and me, that we have to start the federal movement, whatever it is, the mechanism, this year, whose time would run out kung pang-apat wala pa. Because of course, I would agree that it has to be submitted to the people of the Republic of the Philippines. And whether or not it will pass, I don't know. Kung ayaw makinig yung the rest of the nation, wala tayong magawa. But we must be prepared for the consequences. Yan ang sinasabi ko. Whatever would it be, I cannot tell. But we have to save the remaining mainline groups, talk to them about peace, because the ISIS is coming, and it has come. It started with the chapters, they're competing for the anointment of the leader. Up to now, it is Absalom, but he was seriously wounded in the bombing runs by government security forces. We have not heard of him since then. But I said the seeds of turmoil is already there. Mabutit na lang coming from sa opisina ko, kasi more or less malaman ninyo ang totoo. And I do not invent my statistics. My data is based on the military and the number of engagements there. Currently, Mindanao is becoming lawless with the shabu as a fuel for terrorism. There's a lot of shabu, and every day, 2 or 3, 4 security forces, including the police, die. Kasi malayo lang sa atin, hindi naman natin nakikita. But if you care just really to call the TV networks or whosoever there, then he would answer you that travel is very dangerous in some areas in central Mindanao. And the fact is that Abu Sayyaf, in complete just simple anarchy, and puts to shame our country every now and then with the beheading, murder in front of the world. Shabu is really very toxic sa society. I don't know if I can end it, but I suppose I can try. And this would I rumble on now to at mabuti rin na malaman rin ito to gentlemen, kasi dito the number one argument was that it did not deter anybody at all. So Bureau of Corrections report on February 2, 2017, there were 189 Bilibid prison inmates convicted of capital crimes. And in 2006, when it was abolished, these were the figures. It rose from 189 only. Yung nilip yung death penalty, it rose to 6,204 or 3,280% increase of persons convicted of heinous crimes. Heinous crimes are everywhere today, pero yan nga, the prayer is for a death penalty as a deterrence. Ngayon, kung hindi ka ma-deter, some groups have completely ignored the another aspect of the criminal law. What's the purpose of criminal law? It's retribution. Magbayad ka sa utang mo sa society. Kung sabihin mo lang, lenient ka masyado, just like in other countries, pinapalabas ka agad nila. Look at other countries. They were too compassionate about itong mga... So kaya, pasok kayo dito, pasok. Kita mo. The suffering, terrorism. Yan ang problema dyan gusto mo tumulong ka sa isang tao. Ang problema, life is sacred, but do not make it as the pinnacle of your virtues dito. Saving a life of a criminal does not make any sense at all. Kasi yung sabi mo na the progressive laws is that the positivist theory. The positive one is that this guy can still be rehabilitated and can still be an asset to society. Well, the other extreme, of which I am a disciple, is that, well, but you have to pay for your misdeeds. Ang problema, we are so busy protecting criminals we never had any, even a moment to ponder or to pray for the souls of those innocents who are victims of crime. Now, kami dito, the law must apply to all. Correct. Mas sino gusto mo mamatay? Ang inosenteng, kagaya ng kapon, babae. Ang inosente o yung mga kriminal may atraso na? Mamili ka. Sino gusto mo makita mamatay? Anak mo, galing sa eskwelahan, ma-hold up, masaksak? O yung mga kriminal na nandyan? We have produced a society, I do not really think, but mga 1 million talang. Confirm is 1 million plus. Tingin ko lang. Pagka ito, ulitin ko lang kabi, baka hindi nakinig lahat, it poses a danger sa ating penal system. Why? Because our penal laws is anchored on criminal intent or negligence. Ngayon, pag-umpisa pa lang sa korte, dapat malaman na ng lahat, defense, the judge, that this person is facing the charges and being tried, heard, must be a normal person. A guy who knows what is right and what is wrong. Itong 1 million plus na tinamaan talaga ng Siabo, ako sa 1 million, maybe because nag-ano ako sa aking panahon, yung kay Santiago na 3 million noon, that was not during my time. Yung PDEA ni under Santiago. But this time under ni, I would simply say that since there's a big discrepancy between the numbers, I would think that El Tesparo, bigyan mo na lang ako ng 100 plus million addicts and spread all throughout the Philippines. And they're potential criminals. Ngayon, yung mag-rape tapos patay niya, kung ang depensa niya was that he was, the lawyer would say, Your Honor, my client is without question, he's insane. So we cannot proceed with the criminal laws. And potentially about a third or fourth of this 1 million plus would commit crimes. Tapos bangag na talaga because use of Siabo your brains will deteriorate and it will shrink. Kaya ito ngayon, kung puro bangag yan, and in every hearing, magsabi doon sa korte, and you call in the experts. Doctor, is he in his right mind? Is a complete control of his faculties? Sabi ng doktor, Siabo shrinks the brain, and with the shrunk brain, a person cannot be expected to discern what is right and what is wrong. Though we are facing potential criminals would never answer the liability for doing yan ang problema. And of course, nothing is said of the social cost. Paghiwalay sa asawa, biyaan yung mga anak. Ang masakit pa, sabi ko sa akin, yung mga anak ng mga OFW. There's a survey, I'm still trying to revalidate about almost 1/4 ng mga dependents ng OFW may tama. See the injustice. Yung mga trabahante natin doon, nagpapakamatay, mag-asawa. One is in another country, the other, the wife is assigned in one. Tapos sometimes nire-rape pa. Brutally. Tumatalon na nga sa bintana. No, ano ang masakit sa akin? Masakit sa akin yung Pilipino na papakamatay ng trabaho doon. And sometimes suffering, their dignity robbed, their existence as human beings are... May mga gusto kong sabihin, hindi ko lang masabi. Mas mabuti pa yung magbili ka lang ng slave dyan sa Middle East, in the slave markets. Papakinaban mo pa. I mean, if you buy one, then you can really force them to work servile. But itong mga nagiging slaves sa Cebu, got crazy, cannot do the job, and it leads to a dysfunctional family, eventually society. So, kung nagtanong kayo itong mga human rights, no, it will not deter me either. Kung hindi ka mga kriminal nga, hindi na-deter ng death penalty, mas lalo na ako. I will continue with, the government will continue with its campaign. There's a reformist body in the, sabi ko, ayusin ninyo muna. At pag naayos na yun, go ahead. So, was it yesterday there was a resumption of the operation? Again, I believe it was in somewhere in Laguna or Cavite. Two were killed. Wala tayong magawa dyan. That's how it is. Sinasabi ko sa inyo, lumalaban yan. Pumapatay nga eh. If they're capable of killing a family in one intrusion dyan sa bahay, huwag tayong ayaw ko. And even if 99% of the Filipinos would say you do not agree with me, that's my contract with you. I promised it. I made only a few promises. Tinutupad ko lahat. Corruption, that's why nandito si Speaker, pati si... The PDP stands squarely against corruption. And you are free to criticize us if you think that we are not honoring our commitment to the Filipino people. You are free to ask for my dismissal. You can go out in the streets by the millions. Pero yung pangako ko, tutuparin ko yan. I rise and fall on my election promises. Pag hindi ko kayang gawin yung anong ipangako ko sa inyo, alisin ninyo ako eh. Kaya kay Park sa Korea. You can demonstrate every night. We will not require any permit or consent of them. Go ahead. Every night, every day. Pero basta ako, sa pagkaalam ko, what I promised, I will do. Drugs, corruption, criminality. And by the way, ulitin ko lang. In one of the debates between the presidential candidates, I forgot what forum was that, but it was a debate. I forgot the place. But I was asked if I would allow Marcos to be buried. Me and Mayor Binay said yes. I was asked why. There are only two things there in the law. He's either a soldier or a president. On both counts, he was. Now, whether he was a good president or a bad president, that is a bad question. It is not for me to decide to pass judgment on Marcos's rule as president. Whether he, because the law does not provide there unless he was presidents and soldiers, unless the former or the latter was a dictator or blah, blah, blah. Walang ginagay doon. Soldier, he was. Kung lumabas yung pangalan mo sa listahan, who am I to deny? So, yan ho. Tapos, meron lang akong dito na important, and the hottest issue of the day is mining. Alam ninyo, here is the Speaker, the Senate President. Kayong mga mining, I know that you are funding the opposite side. Alam ko na ngayon kung sino gumagasto sa kanila. Hindi ko na lang I know that some of you are giving funding to the other side to destabilize me. Well, if the police and the military will allow it, it's the problem. Pero Pilipino man tayong lahat. Look at what mining does to our country. Bali, ibigay ko ito sa iyo. Huwag din yung just return it. I'm not saying it. Ilagay ko lang dito, then you can take your shots. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, mining brings about 70 billion a year sa taxes. This is in Berong Nickel Corporation, Anara, Palawan. Look at the greens. You think you can live with it? Because of the 70 billion? Or because nag-contribute sa campaign funds mo? Hindi sa akin. Bas ka na mag-contribute ka, ganun rin. Upakan kita. No, is Gina a liar? No, I don't. Mahirap to. Sino mo ginawa mo? Green, tapos dito. So where are the trees that God gave us? Where's the environment that God gave us? Berong Nickel Corporation, Nara, Palawan, City Nickel Mines and Development Corporation. It's visual. How can you argue with Gina when she's confronting you with a visual thing? So kami dito, it appalls us. Kung maglabi-labi lang kayo ng mining dyan, o magastos kayo, gusto niyo akong palitan na presidente na paluhurin ninyo to do your bidding, o siya na gold. Tingnan yung tubig sa baba, pati yung sa waterfall sa itaas. So, karami ng waterfall, it's a clear water. Ang problema nito, we have to talk with the mining people. Not even Gina now is really the controlling. Lahat tayo sa gobyerno, pati sa akin. Ito. Kita mo yung mga water system sa mga potable water sa dried up ng Benguet Nickel Mines. Kung maubos na ito, maghanap pa sila ng aba. They will dig in other. Oh my God. You think that you are in Wyoming or South Dakota? To the heartland of Benguet Corporation. Desert. Ramen Minerals. Desert. ramen minerals, despoiled environment. Ikaw yung mga miners, mag-usap tayo dito. Gusto ninyo, tayo lang, o media, explain to me kung bakit ganito. And you explain well to me bakit ganito. Explain to us, to the lawmakers, such degradation of. Kami yung nasa kami yung, kaya nandito, importante nandito si Senate President, pati nandito si Bebot. Because kami yung nasa gobyerno ngayon. Tapos i-charge mo sa akin ito sa aking panahon. Ay, anak ng... sino ba nanagot nito? Di ako, pati ito. Kayo yung nasa power. Kayo yung pretentious dyan at we will work for the benefit of the people. God damn these people, you're always forgotten. Look at the water. So is the fish. So is the marine life. Where's the aquatic life there? Ano yung kakaingin ng tao yung mga mahirap lang dito? Dos kukuha lang nga ng halwan para makaulam. So what can your 70 billion do for the government? Nothing. Maybe it would be worth the while of Gina to reimpose the ban. Total muna tayo para tapos mag-usap. Dito magprangka-prangkahan tayo. Emir Minerals and Emir Minerals Corporation. Explain to me how is this. Sabi mo sa akin dito, magharapan tayo. What have you done to my country? Kasi pag hindi ba ako sagot ng putang ina, isampal ko itong papel sa mukha mo. Explain to me, bakit ganito? Kita mo yung mga pristine na hindi tinamano. In the water, you see the reflection of the sky. Di maganda tignan. At least sa mga anak natin gusto ng adventure. They're in the wings waiting to take over this country. Look at what a clear water, a body of water, can mirror. It mirrors the sky with the clouds. Nagkamali ba si Gina dyan? Tapos maraming palabas na gano'n, na disgrasya. So what? Ako, yan sa orthopedic hospital, nadala ako dyan. I forgot the year, 70, i-check rin nyo. I was comatose also for 7 days. Tapos hindi na ako pwede kasi nabunggo yung ulo ko. Adnama. Claver Miral. Ang problema nito, hinuhuli natin yung Pilipino na maliit, magkaingin. But ito sila, dig and cut and make it clean. So where is now the justice of the Filipino? Might as well mag-resign na lang kami, wala kaming magawa. Rather than bear the burden of cannot answer because we have done nothing. Economy? Well, Siguro wala tayo. Trabaho sa mga tao. Maghintay kayo. We will scrape the bottom of the barrel to look for the money. But I'm going to give you food kung yan lang. And let us just pray that enough business will come in, new ones that, but not as devastating as this one. Kasayang. Before and after. Merong isa dito, responsible mining. Kung ito ang gawin mo, ibigay ko sa iyo, monopoly ko na sa iyo. But look at, sino may-ari nitong CTP? Surigao, bugbog talaga Surigao. And it's just beside my place. That is why I know. Every time I fly over the area, especially on a good weather, I always ask the pilot to halos magtawag niyan sa pababa ng gusto, tapos tinitignan ko yung ganito talaga itsura. Paano yung isda nga? Maawa naman kayo sa Pilipinas. So the people will. Alam ko, active sila ngayon sa destabilization. Well, it takes two to tango. Ano ba yan? Karaskal, CTP. It's been being done everywhere. Karaskal and McVentures Mining. O, tingnan mo ang dagat, hindi mo na maliguan. So, there's one remaining na pwede kayong maligo. At pwede ko kayong samahan. But we have to ask permission from both sides. Madali sa ating side. We can always say to the Philippine Navy na huwag ninyo kaming barilin kasi maligo lang kami doon sa reef, doon sa lagoon. Ang problema, ikaw, ba't kasali kita ka man ng Chinese, no? Ha?
Sabot lang gamay.
Bebot, ako na alam ba ninyo na halos-halos pareho kami. Bebot is father niya Chinese. Pero hindi kami nagkulang lulunod Chinese. Hindi kami nagkulang sa pagmamahal sa bayan namin. Totoo lang. I love my country more than life itself. Kahit nung dinaga to, naumpisa na, kaganda-ganda ng, they're starting, look at that corner there, it's getting brown again. Kasayang, tingnan mo. All of this for 70 billion pesos. Tahimik kayo masyado. Siguro stockholder kayo ng mining company, no? So, malaman ko yan. It can pierce the veil of corporate identity. It's almost like Krumingko, Phil Natural Gas Resources Corporation. You dig, you cut. Ubos ang kahoy. Sa ibang lugar, yung mga farmers, pag nandyan yung forest rangers, walang sir, pambahay namin. Yung mga lumad sa amin, saan para sila magkuha ng kahoy? Mag-import sila from Canada, no? Pati Indonesia, tikwood. So, yun na lang gawin, sabihin ko sa mga lumad doon sa amin. Mag-import na lang kayo ng kahoy para gawin ninyo bahay. Ito pag naiwad, this is what is left behind. Pero may isa ditong, ano ko nang wala yung itong Bulacan, no? Kaya kayong taga-Bulacan, huwag kayong pumayag. Medyo maganda pa yung tubig ninyo, right at the bottom. Pero may isa dito, tingnan itong isa, hindi ko malaman kung headquarters ng Mumo. May dalawang, ano itong, ano dito? It looks like, pwede ko kayong samahan doon. Pero walang iwanan. Saan ba yun? Wala talaga. It's all distraction. Right on. Sino ba? Ikaw sabihin, ako lang sige salita. Pwede ako magtanong sa inyo? Harap-harapan tayo. Pwede ako magtanong sa inyo? Maligaya kayo nito? Ay, ma po. Taga-minor man ang sumagot, no? Maligaya kayo nito? Really? Honestly? Ayan pala. Pilipino pala tayo lahat dito. Akala ko... Kita mo yung Quezon, Palawan, no? What is your best argument in favor of mining? Yeah. Ano ba itong usa? Bongs, ano yung isa? Yung maganda pang ano? Yung responsible mining. Sino itong korporasyon na ito? Ibigay ko sa iyo lahat. Pag ganun ang labas, there's another set of pictures that's really maganda ang ano. At least there is a redeeming factor. Yan ang hinahanap ko. Give me a redeeming something which I can hang on to drop Gina. Walang redeeming factor. Kasi siguro kayo makita niyo. So, yun yan. So, you know that we are gunning for federalism, that kami nagkaisa dito sa itaas, that we are not beholden to any lobby money, and despite of the pressures, pressure politics, we stand our ground and we join the clarion call for the preservation of the Filipino. It does not end with the siltation there or the no more trees. It's the very life, the very essence. We are mandated by our oath of office to protect and preserve the Filipino. Period. if one can understand each other. Sabi ng isa, wala mo. Yung may aga ito. This is mining rehabilitation. Sitio Lalab, Mount Emily in Sibutad, Zamboanga del Norte. Took a long time, but there is at least the effort. Makita mo, matagal nga, pero from 1999 to 2011. At least may nakita ka, no? If ito is redeeming factor, yes. Maybe they can rehabilitate Bus the Water again. Ito, Felix, active mining and after rehabilitation, 1999-2012. So I'd like to say thank you to these two companies. I do not know them. Pero pagka ganito kayo na napakalbo na taniman na kaagad ninyo, maligaya ang Pilipino nito. Especially if you really plant trees. Takes about 30 years to grow a tree. Matanim lang massive planting. So, in the days to come, I would ask every Filipino to go out to the country, countryside. Magtanim lang tayo ng kahoy pang bawi nito. Ano lang natin sa pagod natin, bawiin natin. Every barangay. Now, the reason why I am not keen, let me explain also bakit ayaw ko ng barangay elections ngayon. Because kung may barangay elections tayo ngayon, the narco-politics will prevail. Then you have politicians who become public officials, who run this government, and who will control this government sa droga. Then eventually, it will, I said, destroy the Filipino. I do not know if we can have elections even after itong 2 elections ahead. I have to satisfy myself na kung mag-election tayo, wala nang narco-politics. And remember, as early as 5 years ago, 6 years ago, ang droga, nandiyan na. Pumasok na sa gobyerno. Sabi nga ni Bebot kagabi, what is sad is the number 1 drug trafficker is a government official and is already in prison. Tapos na-demanda pa ako, plunder, yung human rights. Sinali pa doon, kaya ako daw ang... Bakit mo ako ipakulong sa human rights? Ikaw yung gumawa. Ako pa ngayon ang kontrabida. Sige na lang. Papriso na lang ako kung... Hindi pala kayo maawa sa akin. Sino ganun yung pangalan mo, ma? Kalimutan ko. Hindi ka kaya maawa sa akin? Makulong ako tapos sa sarap ng ibang tao? Buti nakasali ako doon, hindi man ako extra driver. Then, ano ba ito? Itong federalism movement, sprouting everywhere, might as well take, it's good as any other day to issue the warning that we never authorize anybody to print cards and collect memberships under the guise of federalism. It does not carry the approval of Senator Pimentel. I hate it. Hinahanap namin yung mga tao, but there's one sprouting up every day, including dito sa Luzon. Federalismo, membro, then they are asked to shell out 50 pesos. Walang membership sa if by the grace of God we succeed in convincing the people, the Filipino people, to go federal, it will really be the sacrifice of everybody. Wag ho kayong maniwala niya, ba't nagkukuliktahin ka pa? So dito, lalo na yung party ko na local, it's hugpong. In Bisaya, it's a Bisaya word. Hugpong is group. Hugpong Davao. That was the vehicle that I used during every election dito sa national PDP na. Kasi hati rin kami doon sa Davao noong PDP. What was also not united. So I had to ride on another vehicle sa campaign. Now, I don't know if I'd like to turn this opportunity to the Senate President. Anong sabi niya? Ano, magdagdag ka kung anong gusto.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. President. Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Thank you for calling for this press con to show the united stand of the party, PDP Laban, on various issues. And the President has articulated, of course, very well the party stand on the various issues. And of course, I highly appreciate the passion of the President for environmental justice because I share such a passion. When I was the chair of the Justice Committee in the Senate, I made a non-lawyer, Senator Legarda, as the vice chairman of the Justice Committee. It was a very unusual move because our agreement was for me to champion our traditional meaning of justice and for her to champion environmental justice. So, nung panahon na yun, worried na rin po ako sa sitwasyon sa Pilipinas. And I remember my dialogue with the President 1 week after his victory in the election. Unang sinabi niya, federalism. And number 2, the party should study good mining practices because if it can be done in Canada and Australia, why can it not be done in the Philippines? So, yung concern po ng partido, matagal na po for environmental justice and the state of our environment. So, we are solid here, and one new subject matter we will emphasize is the fight against corruption. 2 weeks ago, I was here also with the President and Speaker Alvarez, and the President said that the party should reiterate the fight against corruption as a party stand, remind party members to observe our anti-corruption position, and warn them, and warn all, especially those applying for government service, that if you're a party member, you do something which you're not supposed to do, violative of our anti-graft laws, your party membership cannot save you because that is a party stand. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Senate President. Give it to Bebot. Speaker.
Magandang hapon po sa lahat. Gusto ko lang ipaalam sa sambayanan na ang House of Representatives po ay solidly behind the President and kasama po kami sa pagpapatupad ng mga campaign promises ng ating Presidente, namely yung war on drugs, yung campaign against corruption, yung campaign against criminality, yung clean environment, kasama po tayo dyan at suportado po ng House of Representatives dyan. Ngayon, wag po tayong maniniwala na hanggang ngayon ay yung mga maliliit lang po ang biktima dito sa ginagawa nating war on drugs. In fact po, nakakulong na po ang number 1, public enemy number 1, yung number 1 drug lord sa buong Pilipinas ay nakakulong na po. Ito ay yung dating senadora natin na si Laila de Lima. Ngayon po, nakikita natin lahat na tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung kasinungalingan and she's still posturing as if merong political persecution. Hindi po. Mali po yun. Meron po siyang nakumit na crime which is involving illegal drugs. Yan po ay krimen. Malinaw po yan na krimen. At malinaw po na isa siyang kriminal. Hindi po siya biktima ng political persecution dahil wala po yan ngayon. Hindi po yan nangyayari sa ilalim po ng liderato ng ating Pangulo. Yun lang po. At sana ay tulungan po natin yung sambayanan, tulungan natin yung ating Pangulo dahil lahat po ginagawa niya upang sa ganon ay may ayos yung ating bansa.
May I just add, then I'll give this space to you. It's a popular notion sa ating mga Pilipino. Ganun yan. Pag nanalo lang, ganun rin. Kurakot rin yan. Ayaw ninyong maniwala, di wag. Basta ako, sabi ko, may mga fundamental promises ako. Simple lang. Drugs, bitawan mo. Sa mga pare, you go to make the rounds and you would know as priests who are the posters and who are the victims. Make it an advocacy on the barangay level sa pares ninyo, convincein ninyo. And if you think that he is already contaminated so much, then you bring him somewhere because I'm funding, I just released, I said 1 billion for the, with a heavy heart. Para lang sa medisina ng community-based, a lot of money of the people. Coming from Pagcor, diniritso ko na kaagad. Another 1 billion for yung naghawak-hawak ng reseta until such time na makagawa ako ng ospital. Na for those, sabi nila mga untouchables, oh well, itong si, kalimutan ko yung pangalan niya, basta Alex, I'd like to, sabihin ko na sa inyo ang totoo. I think I know the guy, kasi parang mista kami niyan. This guy and ako were adopted by the class 67 sa PMA. Ako, si Clara Lubrigat, noon pa yun. Pati ito siya. But he styles himself as ang galaw, parang mga NBI ganon. Iba maglakad ng NBI. No, pag na NBI na, lalo na yung baril na, medyo mabibigat na. Tapos dito pusas. Tapos maraming cellphone. Ganun na maglakad ang ngayon, may liability siya. Problema ko, kasi doon yun sa Bansalan, doon, nagbisita ako doon sa dalawang pulis na, kasi yung dalawa na, yung isa muro Muslim, nilibing na kaagad, yung babae. Pero they were really, walang ano yun, soko lang yun. Mga tauhan lang yun sunod na kabanata, matkinig kayo, soko. Wala pa namang armas yan. Tignan mo si Gas Abergas, kung punta siya doon, may armas ba siya? Mga bata lang yan. Yun ang paborito niya. I'm sure, galit ito si Gas. Ay, siyempre, ang kanamihan kakilala niya, yung mga soko. Tapos pinagpatay ng, wala yung mukha ng pobreng babae. So yan. Kung may nakalimutan ako. Yan ang mahirap. Basta magtingin-tingin ka dyan sa ano. They're always really. Ikaw, distraction ka. Dapat hindi ka bawal ang ano. Ang problema naman kasi pag gano'n, pinapalala lahat, puro magaganda. Kaya sintonado na tuloy itong presko natin. Ano po ba? Ang isa, wala na siguro. Yun lang ang importante sa mining. Kasi nagdududa kasi yung tao kung nasaan kami. Because the mining lobby money is coming in. Tapos, I heard na ako na they've been contributing a lot. Ang nag-contribute dyan sa, alam mo na kung sino, they are still financing her. Ano yung kahot niya? Drug money and itong mining. Kaya ako napilitan na tumang. Kasi binabaliktad nila. No. Hindi kami pwede dyan. Kasi ganito lang kami, senda mahirap lang kami. We cannot, for whatever reason, hindi kami yung committing a treason against sa inyo. So I give you the right to shoot me. We will never do that. We will always protect. Kasi ang labas-labas kasi nitong ano, pag nandiyan na, Duterte wala yan, pera-pera. Putang ina mo. Kayo. Hindi kami. Kami mahirap lang. Sanay kami sa mahirap sa probinsya. Hindi naman yung talagang mahirap, pero simpleng ano. I'd like to repeat it. Dito sa Malacanang makain ka, wala nang steak dito. If I invite you to break bread with me, dine, pero na lang kung gastos ko kung dyan sa kabila, bahay ko. Magpakain ako ng relatives, ganon. Pero kung pagkain ka dito, isang ulam, isang sabaw, kanin. Yun lang ang, simple lang kami dito. Hindi ko ano yung pera ninyo. I do not throw lavish parties because this is not the place, this is not the venue for parties. This is a place for work. Pag nawala na ako ng pera, pagbili ko ito sa bakalan. Yun, no? Sa bakalan, tag-isa tayo, yun yung isa, pera ito. Bakit magnakaw ng pera? Ito na mismo. So, it is now your moment. So many questions that you were itching to ask. Anything. Basta limitado tayo dito sa totoo, whether it is good or bad for you or for me. Limitado tayo sa totoo. Shoot.
Mr. President, we have Raymond Tinaza of Bombo Radio.
Kayo, take me.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon, Mr. President. Sir,
Makilaks ng konti, ha? Kalapit lang kayo.
I understand you have mentioned before that you will be creating a constitutional or charter change commission to study and draft proposal for amendments. Can we ask any update with that, sir? And I understand you have also made mention that you prefer constitutional assembly as the way to do it, the federal system. Does that change or does that remain, Mr. President?
Yes, I am just waiting for the Bangsamoro draft. Kaya I can give the guidance also to, you have to call for the best of the minds. Remember, the persons that will be selected here to form the commission, yun lang pinaka-bright at yung walang with integrity and all. And I am open to a suggestion who the persons are. So, wala akong pagkatapos I said, this year it will come. I've been asked the MI to hurry up. Norm Miswari is taking his own sweet time, but I can understand that. And maybe if he sees the draft, he can not really commingle, but just set it in para i-fine-tune na lang. Total yung basic demands nandyan rin sa kanya, nandito rin sa kabila. So it's a matter of just fitting it in, then fine-tune it to the satisfaction of everybody.
Sir, last point on the federal. Sir, one of the qualms or worries of the public is once the Constitution is open, it will be free for all, and some officials, especially in the local, or those who will form the CONAS, will take advantage and they will open other provisions, especially for on their own interest. How do we safeguard vis-a-vis the interest of the public, sir?
Alam mo, baski sino, whether it is really constitutional convention or the existing Congress as a constituent body, ano, just like what happened in the days past, there was this constitutional convention, but what happened? It's no longer, we have spent the money, they were the best of the Filipinos at the time. There was no reason for them really to, except that they wanted a pattern cut for them. Ibang panahon na yun kasi si Marcos. But you have to change the Constitution. Yung economic provisions, payag na ako. Kasi you have invited so many guests to partake of the pie here. And China and the other countries are coming. China especially has been very benevolent in their grants. Yung parang halos walang bayad na. And so I think that if you really want the country to progress, especially yung mga EU, they want the economic provisions of the Constitution amended. I am ready to concede a little bit, but hindi lahat. Now, itong sa lupa, again, I would like to make my opinion very clear to everybody. Still, I am not in favor of selling lands to foreigners. Mahirap yan. Kasi maraming mayaman na ngayon. Everybody is rich. And you start selling our patrimony, it might end up, bilihin nila lahat. Kung sabi mo, ipagbili mong lupa, yung dito lang sa likod ko, puro privately owned na yun. Maraming pera ngayon sila. Everywhere. Kung bilhin ng Davao City, yung slum area, bilhin nila lahat yun. Saan ko ilagay yung mga Pilipino? They will be squatters in their own country. Mabutit na lang squatters sila ngayon kasi kanila man to. But someday, if you start selling lands, that's a big problem because we do not have the money. And you tend to sell it cheap. And you can have to come up with a legislation prohibiting even the private owners from selling the properties, which would again run counter to the basic law, which says that you have every right to use, sell, if it is privately owned. It gets complicated, but I'm more worried about the money and the temptation for people to sell. Maubos itong Pilipinas, bigyan ko sa'yo.
Sir,
They can start to buy lands, then islands. Mahirap.
Sir, last issue. On the peace process to the CPP, NP, NDF. Sir, what would have prompted the government peace panel to agree and enter into agreement to resume the peace process with the left, considering absent of the compelling reasons and conditions you have wanted to see before we resume the talks?
But I just gave my orders to start talking. There is no concrete proposal. There's not even a list of what should be taken up. So they make contacts. If it would make the process more civil, sinasabi ko naman sa inyo, it is not really a fait accompli statement that yun na yun. Because as a Filipino, I'm still interested to prevent slaughter by a Filipino to a Filipino. Alam mo kasi, yan ang mahirap sa ideology like a revolution. Because it is a cannibal thing. It is really a cannibalistic ideology, itong revolution. Why? Because you devour your own kind. You devour the children and the sons or daughters of Filipinos. Kaya kung maaari lang, ayaw siguro kung ibang sitwasyon, a war between a country an hour, siguro kung magsali tayo. But at this time, I am not ready to join any flotilla there in China. I have stated it before, and I'm saying it again, that during the bilateral where everybody was present, including the government panel, I said, I'm come here in peace, so I want to just shake your hands and ask you to do business with us. Regarding the arbitral judgment, I will not open it now. But sabi ko, Mr. President, I have to tell you also that at least during my term, I will have to talk about it. And I will not go out of the four corners of the paper. Now, when is that? Well, they're claiming it as theirs. We are claiming it as part of the entitlements as a country. So, when do you open it up? Maybe when they start to dig and find something there which is of value, maybe sabihin ko, alam mo, amin rin yan. So we just cannot stand by idly and, you know, kubin mo lahat yan. Oh, let's talk first. But I do not want to war. But you have to talk to me because I am also an owner. But I will not go to war with you for that because it will be a disaster. And I do not think that America or any other country would be ready to die for us here.
Thank you, sir.
Rose Novenario of Hataw.
Sir, magandang hapon po. Since tinalakay niyo po kanina tungkol po sa death penalty at yung pagsira po sa kalikasan ng mga mining firms, pwede po bang isama sa death penalty yung mga akusado po sa illegal mining, lalo na't napakalaki po ng ginagawa nilang perwisyo sa lipunan at sa kalikasan?
You have to address yourself to the two gentlemen beside me.
The strategy in the Senate is to limit the number of heinous crimes subject to death penalty. If I pursue such a strategy, then I have a better chance of having a death penalty law.
Thank you.
Pwede po yan, ma'am. Basta tulungan nyo lang kami doon sa pagkumbinsi, doon sa mga protectors of evil, yung mga tinatawag nating angels of Satan na gustong protektahan yung mga kriminal. Posible po yan.
Okay, thank you po. Mr. President, kayo po.
No, I am in favor of anything that produces death. Robbery, after robbing, you rape. Then you steal. Robbery with rape or robbery with homicide, that's a special complex crime. Robbery with homicide. Or robbery, rape with homicide. It should be retribution. Alam mo talaga, nasira ito tayong mga life. Palimbasa itong mga iyo, they have this historical guilt. Sila yung nag-conquer ng other lands, Britain, France, they went hanggang dito, the Dutch. Noon, during their heydays, okay sa kanila to kill the colonials, made slaves out of other people in Africa. Tapos ngayon, they have refined their generation, their society. Tayo ngayong naiwan, they're imposing ito nas na pag may death sentence ka dyan, hindi ka nila i-recognize. And yet, America, kunod, the exponent of human rights, there's a death penalty. There's even one who was sentenced now, being heard. So ako, kung hindi mo lang naman, hindi ka na-deter, kasi hindi ka talaga takot sa batas, matapang ka, edi kung ano yung ginawa mo, pagbayaran mo. Otherwise, sabi ko nga itong mga durugista, kung puro bangag na yan, and preliminary in court, the lawyer would say, we'd like to find out first, Judge. Your Honor, kung ito ba'y talagang in his complete mental faculties to discern what is right and wrong. Pag-testify ng psychiatrist o sabi na, ay, buang yan. So who now answers for this? Maraming namatay. Maraming batang na rape. Yung kahapon sa Cagayan, ano ba ang paboran mo? Yung mga inosente na namatay o yung mga kriminal? So mamili kayo. Ang problema, nanalo ako, ibig sabihin gusto ninyo. Kasi nilibing ko si Marcos. That was one of the promises that I made during the debates. Ibinoto ninyo ako, ibig sabihin gusto ninyo. Bakit yun? Ako pa ang kontrabida. Akala ko ba demokrasya to? Then we go by numbers. The greatest good for the greatest number. That is really the equation of democracy.
Last na lang po. Sir, may nabanggit po kayo kanina na nagpopondo po ng destabilisasyon laban sa inyong administrasyon yung mga mining executives
At
po.
saka, of course they will deny it.
Opo.
Pati the drug money.
Meron po kaya silang kasabwat sa ibang bansa o meron po kaya silang
Yes,
kasabwat na mga dayuhan?
Yan sa Amerika, madalas ang lobby money yan. They have gained the upper hand sa popularity of the issues. Kasi ako naman, bait ako gagastos, but somebody there is also funding. But if you want to throw your country into a turmoil, fine. Let's do it.
Okay po, thank you.
No. Pero wag ka nang umuwi dito. Bakit that is rebellion actually. You try to topple down illegitimate government. Wala pa naman akong kasalanan sa Pilipinas. Ano ba kasalanan ko sa inyo? Papatay ng kriminal? Ano pa? Anong hinakaw ko? Kami ang tatrabaho lang ako. Ayaw ninyo, di wag. But I said I have to comply with my promise. I do so much noise about this thing about extrajudicial killing. Sinabi ko sa inyo, wala eh. Magtanong ka ng isang pulis dito sa Maynila. Sige daw. Was there ever an order which says banatan mo basta nakaload o nag-surrender? Pagka ganun, marami talaga tayong kaso. Because they are out on the streets. And if you do that, kung kalaban ka, kriminal ka, o nagkautsuhan kayo sa negosyo, o rivalry sa torp, inyo yan. Yung namatay sa kamay ng polis pati militar, aking utos yan. Yun ang sagutin ko. Doon ako handa na pumasok sa prisuhan. Wala nang pakurnehan dito. Yun. Wala dito yung mga, kasi gano'n. Wala. Yun, akin yun. And I assume full responsibility for it. May tago-tago pa. Tatakbo-takbo ka ng presidente, tapos takot ka rin pala, letse. Umalis ka. If you are a president that you could keep your promise, so bakit pa tumakbo? Alam mo ng problema ng, of course, mayor ako ng matagal eh. Alam ko gaano kalalim ang tama ng Pilipinas. Kaya I said, go out and hunt for them, arrest them, if it's still possible. Kasi alam ko kasi, puro bangag yan eh. If your life is placed in danger, bakit kung payagan yung mga military ko, pati polis mamatay? Sila muna. Ako na ang kausap nila. Yun ang totoo dyan. Ngayon, sa utos mo na sobrahan ng polis, ganon, may tinamaan. Yun, sagot ko, okay yan. Yung polis mo, instead of using A45, ginamit niya yung M16. Isang bird, it's about 7, yung isang squeeze ng trigger niya. May namatay doon na 10, inabutan ng bala ng gobyerno. O di sige. Pakulong tayo. Yung ibang patayan yun. Yung sa Taga-Davao, magtanong ka ng isang military officer o isang military man na dumaan ng Region 11 because I was for the longest time ang chairman ng Peace and Order. Nagbibigay talaga ako ng pera. Dito, binigyan pera. Sabi na binigyan sila ng pera. Tama. How can you now prove trafficking kung walang buy and sell? Pag walang buy and sell, there is no trafficking. So, ang ano niyan is, kung daladala niyang isa lang ganito, isang sachet, di yan lang, that's possession. The moment he goes to prison, he goes out because bail is available. May pera ang droga eh. Kaya na ang lahat nakakapag-ipon ng pera. Yung by the thousands lang. Kaya kailangan mo, bigyan mo ng pera para makabili siya at hulihin niya. And that is trafficking. Something to sell, which is the shabu, and yung pera, mark money, then there is traffic already. Buy and sell dyan. Yan ang ibig kong sabihin. Lahat ng militar, lahat ng pulis yan sila bato, pati yung mga bata ngayon, yung lower, dumaan ng Davao. Lalo na pulis, o lalo na yung Peace and Order, binibigyan ko kasi may program ako sa Peace and Order ko. Ito, every meeting, ganon. May bigyan yan sila. 30,000 for an operation. Diyan harap-harapan. Hindi ako nagbabayad ng, bakit ako? Hindi ko naman pera. At saka trabaho mo yan, gago, bakit kita bayaran? Ngayon, kung inutso mo, kaya ng mga pulis dito na binaya nila, kaya hindi man nila binili. Nang huli sila, hindi nila binili, kinuha pa yung shabu. Sila nang pabili uli doon sa... Ay, na. Ngayon lukuhin ng gano'n. Anong yung ginagawa ko? Bakit kita bayaran? Bakit ako mag-utos? Ano sa akin kung mabuhay yan o patay? Diyan sa kulungan, tingnan mo, natuturog sila, nakatindig na. Hindi na nakahiga. Yan. Mirise kayo. Sabi, magawa ta ba yung jail? Muna. Experience nilang matulog. Kasi kung dikit-dikit na sila, hindi na sila matumba. Kung gano'n, standing up, snoring. Para sa akin, mas grabe yung sitwasyon na yan. Tapos mangatay ka dito, may mga infection niya, sige. That's not matter to me kung buhay ka o patay, basta huli. Ang ayaw ko lang, may mamatay ang pulis ko, pati yung military na inutusan ko. Kawawa naman. Alam mo bakit ang pulis sa aking panahon matyaga? Kasi ang pulis hindi nagtatrabaho. Noon makita yung droga dito, mga big time. Pagpasok dyan sa mga nightclub, mga naglabas. Ayan. Akala mo, Mayor, kasi maraming security. May army, may pulis. Pagpasok dyan, naka-jacket, lalaking mama ang mga yawa. Tapos yung mga tao titingin-tingin. Yung iba lang sabihin na, huwag mong tingnan, baka magalit. Putang inalit siya ko, sampalin ko sa publiko. Huwag ninyong gawain ngayon, ha? Ayaw ko yung ganon. Forget about the old. Kaya ako nung inuna ko talaga, kayong mga police, pati militar, go back to your mother units in 24 hours. Pag hindi, talagang barilin kita. Yung panahon na talagang babarilin kita. Kasi may mga baril yan. Ayaw sunod ng utos, anong gusto mo? Barilan lang tayo. Kaya kita mo, that was the first time ang mga drug lords na wala they felt that naked na sila. Kasi yung mga pulis na talagang nagtatrabaho, yung mga militar na gusto magtrabaho, sa probinsya gano'n yan, 5 sakyanan. Gano'n. Si Secretary Aguirre, pakisilip nga yung kay Alunan, yung 3 is a private army. I-reimpose ko yun. Mayor, Governor, tagdalawa lang. Yung reimpose natin yung travel na ano. Limited to mayor ka, 2. Huwag ang militar, huwag mong gawing bodyguard niya. Doon ka magkuha sa pool mo, sa police ninyo, yung under mo. And besides, if you are a mayor and the police is really topsy-turvy, you are doing nothing, I will deprive you of your police supervisory power. You lose the supervisory powers. Dalhan ko na ng army doon sa ano. Hindi na kailangan martial law. I will tell the army na you impose order there. Tapos sa Basilan kasi wala masyadong tao. Mag-settlement tayo doon. Doon na ang ano. Doon na sila. Libreng pabahay. Walang tao. Dito na ako sa mga army mag-pulis-pulisan. Ngayon pala, it was floating in my mind. You are always in my mind kasi nidaya mo ang gobyerno ng 1.3. Yung tinanong kasi ako, basta sa Bansalan, nawala ako doon sa istorya kasi pasok-labas yung issue ng NPA. Sabi ko na pagka magbayad siya ng 3 billion, kasi 1.5 man yun, tanggapin ko. Tanggapin ko. Sabi ko, 3 billion. Hospital para sa Mary Johnston, 1 billion para sa refurbish yung hospital ng Basilan kasi kawawa talaga yung awa kong mga tao doon. Pati hulo. 1 billion worth of equipment. Ginagawa naman. Marami is a very good hospital. Lahat na may, at saka yung modern technology. Hindi na kailangan may oncologist doon. I-picture na niya sa, sa MRI, padala niya. Tapos basahin na dyan sa Davao. Yung Davao City is the biggest hospital in the Philippines today. Kompleto yan. They can do heart, kidney transplant, at lahat na organ kayang palitan. Ewan ko lang kung anong hindi nila kaya. No, doon. Kidney kaya na, heart, liver. Pero yung may edad na walang transplant para sa inyo. Si pabayarin ko ng... Pero sabi man ayaw man bit pati ni Sani kasi 10 times daw. You know, I speak freely about itong because the law itself allows compromise. Pwede mong arigluhin kung ano ang kaya kung papaya kasi silang tatlo It was really Dominguez, Paildon and Dulay. Magpayag sila, yan lang ang hingiin ko. Give it to Congress, but on the conditions, ibigay natin sa ospital nito, diretso. The aid must go direct to the hospital o to the person there. At ipayos lahat. Hindi mas okay ba? Kung, bakit? Anong use ko sa kanya? Ipakulong mo? Si billionaire. You will just komportable ang buhay niya doon. Just like any other millionaire or billionaire na pumasok dyan.
AC of CNN.
Uy, si ma'am.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon. Sir, earlier you spoke quite a bit about the negative effects of mining on the environment. Sir, total mining ban, is that something that you're considering anytime soon? Or you were saying earlier that you want the mining companies to explain to you. Are you thinking about meeting with them so they can appeal their case to you, sir?
I will just show them naman. If you want to talk to me now, huwag mo akong bulahin. Kasi papalo ko ito sa mukha mo. Do not, huwag mo akong jambol-jambol dito kasi nandyan. I told them that, it's an open pit, it's a very dangerous thing. Nagdag-ano ng lupa yan nag-soft tapos papasok ang tubig. That's why during earthquake, landslides are really very frequent. It's not a surprise to me. So on all of these things, sabi ko sa kanila, you follow the Australian or Canadian practice. That's a tin plate. That's a tin plate. Dalawa yan, o 10 plates. Gawin lang ninyo. Or bakit kayo mag-open pit? Baka, ganun rin ang disaster. They would say that they would bore down into the bowels of the earth. Then doon sila magtapo ng granada. Alam mo ang sekreto nitong mining? Isa lang Utusan ko na. I'm ordering bato now. Striktuhan mo yung wala silang pamputok, wala yan. No, negosyo. TNT ang ginagamit yung mga yan. Akala mo spade yan. Hindi pala yan. Pinapaputok ng higpitan mo lang mabuti. Wala ang mining.
Sir, clarify, ano po yung order kay PNP Chief, sir?
Again, ma'am?
Sir, can you clarify yung order po kay PNP Chief? Strictohan, sir, yung... Alin, sir?
Yes, they will take notes. The secretary is... They're taking notes while I'm talking. Ako, ang trabaho ko, payabang. So ito naman, nire-record yung kayabangan mo. Ganun yan It's a recorded history of kayabangan. Pero at least ako, pag sinabi kong gawin ko, bantay ka kasi gawin ko talaga. Ang diferensya sa akin, kasi ako pag nagsalita ako dito, lalo in public, pag sinabi kong gawin ko sa inyo yan, gagawin ko talaga.
Sir, last follow-up. Sir, on explosives po, sir, yung sinasabi ninyo na hindi na po pwedeng gawin.
Hindi rin pwede, ma'am. Kung palapalahin mo ito, walang mangyari. It's part of the mining territory. But I said, there has to be a compromise here. Meron yung, saan ba yun? Yung ni-restore na dito. Kung ganito lang, if you can do this, maski na hindi na mataas yung kahoy, but I prefer really yung Philippine variety. Kaya nas mahogany is still there. Wala na yung mga giho, tindalo, yakal. But if you revive there, I will grant you more permits. But do not contaminate. Huwag mong yung tubig, kalukuhan niya. You wash the water. And do not destroy the marine life. Bakit yan? Why is it hard to accomplish? You know why? Added expense Kung ayaw mong gumastos, di wag kang pumasok dyan. But if you intend to go the mining and you target about 100 million, better have 50. 150, tapos yung 50 solely dedicated the amount to repair and rehabilitation. Then you get rich. Just pay me. Huwag kang mag-stamp dyan na pege. Talagang babalatan kita ng buhay. Ay, nako. Sabi ko nga, huwag sa aking panahon. I'm pleading to sa gobyerno, tsaka yung mga tawag nito silang they're the mga parang hillbilly na style magnegosyo. Binugoy ba? Huwag yan sa panahon ko kasi magkaibigan tayo. Pero kung hindi tayo magkaintindihan dito, hiwalay-hiwalay tayo.
Thank you, sir.
Joseph
Pero
Mora.
ayaw ko makipag-away sa iyo, ma'am.
Sir,
Joseph
good
Mora,
evening po.
CN.
Sir, can I
GMA.
ask you about Benham Rice? This is separate from the PCA ruling on the West Philippines.
Human rights?
Yes, sir. Benham.
Benham.
Yeah, because recently, sir, yun pong foreign ministry nila said that the Philippines cannot claim Benham Rice as its own territory. Your reaction first to that kind
Who
of
said
statement? The Chinese Foreign Ministry po.
Or because they're claiming it.
Correct, sir.
So I can understand. So vis-a-vis, I can also answer, you cannot also claim that because I'm claiming it. But let us not fight about ownership or sovereignty at this time. Because things are going great for my country. But kung panahon na it becomes commercial to me, then as I have said, whether you like it or not, we'll have to talk about the arbitral ruling.
Pardon me, sir, pero
And
po,
sabi mo, when is it? When it becomes commercial nga.
sir, yun pong Benham, with due respect, sir, the UNCLOS has already awarded that Benham Rice is ours, sir. And the Chinese has a different version of the facts, sir.
No, they can always do and shake their hands. May orders to my military.
Opo.
You go there and tell them straight that this is ours, but I say it in friendship. I cannot deprive any Filipino from claiming. If I say, si Inday, gusto mong punta doon, yung si Mayor. Sabi ko, bakit ano gusto mong gawin doon? Naman kasi atin man kaya yan. At para sa atin yan. Pero huwag kang pumasok doon, magsigaw-sigaw ka. Gusto mo, magsalida ka doon.
Sir, assuming the Chinese becomes aggressive and they do what they did sa West Philippine Sea, put up structures, explore that, will you allow that, sir?
They will not do it at this time. Man.
Okay.
Maggugulo lang yan eh. Maggugulo yan because America is always wants to pick a fight there. Walang pupunta na ng mga barko-barko doon. At ang Amerika naman, ang mahintay lang na tayo ang magulo. Bakit ako magugulo doon? Wala kasi I cannot match the might of China. Kita mo sa TV kanina, how they have prepared for terrorism in a certain province. Wow! 10,000 fully armed. May mga military tanks. Ganon katindi ang kalaban ko. Of course, lalaban niyang sundalo ko. Walang problema yan. Ang problema, I have to weigh. Is there a way of winning this war? If not, then what's my other options?
Sir, yun pong 24 billion in trade investments that you got from your first trip sa China. Sir, yun ba, it comes with strings and
No.
islands attached?
In fairness, yan yun ang tandaan ninyo. I've said it right after my visit. No strings yan sila. And most of about a third of it is almost grant. Yung iba, bayaran mo na payable in 30 years, renewable for another 30 years. That's a lifetime. Ibig sabihin parang bigay na yan. So I said, why should I pick a fight? I'd rather talk. Na kung gusto nila ng mag-show force doon, di papuntahin ko yung Navy ko. Pero sabi ko, pagdating doon, banggaan mo lang sa likod, tapos boarding ka. Sabi mo, sorry, naglalambing lang po. Kasi huwag na yung kalimutan yung amin. May amin kami dyan. Ganun lang.
Sir, just one last. Yung sa speech po kahapon, yung sa, on a different topic, yung pong regalo na Mercedes-Benz, kung only if you want to. Kanina galing, sir?
I can give it to anybody I want.
Kanina man galing yun?
Huwag ka na magtanong sa girlfriend ko. May mayaman ako na girlfriend noon.
Sige, sir.
Just like, she made good. She has millions in America.
Will you allow us to get a footage of the kotse?
Oh, again?
Will you allow us to get the footage of the Mercedes?
No.
Okay.
I am sure they will. Wala mo rin dito, actually. It's in a private garage.
Okay.
Hindi lang. Ilagay mo lang.
Sir, sabi
Hindi
mo...
ko i-declare yan sa SLN, kaya hindi pa man na-registro sa akin.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for your time.
Henry Uri of DZRH.
Good afternoon, Mr. President, Senate
Nga pala,
President.
sandali. Baka ngayong December, lottery. Ipa-rapol ko sa Christmas party man tayo dito. You go home with the Mercedes-Benz. Ikaw ang anti-grab. Magdududa yung editor mo, nabili ka na. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Mr. President, sundan ko lang yung tungkol dun sa Mercedes-Benz. Ano ho? So tinanggap po ninyo, hindi po nyo isinole. Does it mean na pwede ring tumanggap at hindi isole yung ibang government officials?
Hindi. Kasi sinauli ko, ayan, tanggapin. Ilang-alang iiwan ko naman dyan San Marcelino. Di nawala yung bukas. At baka sabihin niya, tinanggap ko na. So ayaw mo tanggapin. Sabi ko, sige, ilagay mo lang dyan.
Kung mayroong mga government officials po na regaluhan din ng gano'n, anong instruction ninyo sa kanila?
Maghanap sila ng grahe sa tondo. Simple lang ba niya, common sense lang yan. Oras tinanggap mo yan, that's graph because of the amount. Na kung bigyan mo ako ballpen, tanggapin ko talaga. Kaya ng mga pulis. Pa sinabi ko sa iyo, totoo, tanungin mo si Bato, pati yung, yan, that's a crime, pati yung mga military, magtanong-tanong kayo. Itong pulis, may parker man yan si Bong. Di nakaganon. O, sige, pirma. Tapos sa uli mo. Ha? Next police. Pagdating sa dulo, pagkuha na kay Bong, ang naka-attach doon, di na parker niya, panda. Ganon ka sa yung police. Along the way, ang parker naging panda. Ayan ang police. Esos. Yung pagkakikibong, gano'n siya. Alam ko yan, lalaruan niya yan eh. Tiklik-klik lang. Sabi ko, sige Bong, ibigay mo na. Sabi yung baba, sige. May ano yan, ha? May, ano yan, may pinipirma yan sila. I don't know how they call it, reimbursement, something. Tapos, ilagay yan. Kaya pag sabi ni Bong, panda naman ang nasa uli ko. Basta pulis. Itong pulis, mahilig talaga sa pulisness. Pero hindi naman lahat dyan. Tatrabaho yung iba. Kaya kung hindi ko ganunin, I have to declare a war. And I have said, I will kill you. Hindi naintindihan itong yung right. If you destroy my country, if you deprive us of our youth, I will kill you. Ilang beses na yan. Na magtanong sila ngayon, ilang bang pinatay mo? Wala pa. Hindi ko ba sinabi, we will kill you? Or I will order the military and the police to kill you. Never said that. I said, I will kill you. So, magtanong, dapat imbestigahan ako, sino ang pinatay mo to date? Wala pa. Gusto ko mamili ako ng bakit ba ako ikulong sa nangamatay dyan? I will kill you. Bakit nakita ba nila ako na masyal dyan, nagbabaril ng tao? Sa Davao, order. Yung sa Davao, ganoon din, I will kill you.
Mr. President, Mr. Senate President, and Mr. House Speaker, 2015 may report ho ang SWS na halos mahigit 3 milyon ang namatay po sa gutom. 1 out of 3 malnourished po ang report noong 2016. Ang dahilan, kakapusan po sa basic services na ang dahilan naman ay korupsyon. Ang ating mga kababayan ay nagtatanong, dahil habang sila'y nagugutom at namamatay sa gutom, may mga politiko namang nagpapasasa sa pondo ng bayan. Pagkatapos ho yung plunder,
That was the question. I said I referred it to the question. I said I referred. This is the first time it was brought out. So we shoot the breeze here. Pag-usapan natin. So what are the misgivings about death penalty? Pero ako talaga, sinabi ko, right after sinabi ko, ako talagang payag ako. Talagang payag ako. Kasi yung retribution nga, pagbayaran mo.
so sang-ayon po kayo, kung kayong tatanungin ang plunder, isama sa death penalty.
Can I answer the question?
Mr. President. Mr. President, kayo po, sang-ayon po ba kayo personal?
Ako?
Kung kayo po ang
Sige ako
tatanungin.
tingin dito kay walang...
Kung kayo po ang tatanungin, sang-ayon po ba kayo?
Yes.
Ito lang po originally, doon sa original bill na final ko, nandun po lahat yan, including plunder. Ngayon, napagkasunduan ng majority sa House of Representatives na ipasa na lang namin isa-isa yung mga krimen na yan. Kasi kung pagsabay-sabayin lahat yan, baka mamaya ay natapos na yung taon, wala pa rin kaming natatapos. Nakita nyo naman kung paano ang delaying tactics na ginawa nung yung noisy minority sa House of Representatives. Kanya po, this is just simple art of legislation, di ba? Kung gusto mong mapabilis, isa-isa, pwede naman yan eh. Wala namang nagbabawal na ipasa yung inclusion ng mga crimes na yon na sabay-sabay. Pwede namang ipasa isa-isa yon. So, ganun po ang ginawa namin para habang nagde-deliberate tayo ng mga ibang crimes, ay meron na tayong natapos.
So are we expecting amendments in the future?
Oh, definitely yes. Definitely yes. In fact, bago pa pumasa sa Senado yan, gumugulong na naman sa House of Representatives yung additional crimes na pwede nating isama.
Mr. Senate President?
I have been a legislator for a little bit more than 5 years. May mga realidad ka rin dapat maharap na consensus ito majority rules. So you have to deal with your colleagues. So let's be practical. If you want I will reiterate what I stated earlier. The strategy in the Senate is if you want a death penalty law to be passed, the best strategy is to try to limit the number of crimes subject to death penalty. That's the best strategy.
All right. Maraming salamat po.
You know, may butt in. We live in a democracy. So it's always numbers. Kaya sa election, if there are 100,000 people voting, and you get 51, iyon na. The 49 can suffer. Why? Because it's the rule of the majority. And that is democracy. Group together, tipon-tipon tayo dito, then pag-usapan natin. Whatever be the subject matter, it's always subjected to a vote. Now, people have different mindsets. Almost every other one does not agree with you. So you have just to contend with dahan-dahan. Total nandyan, what Bebot was trying to say, that we are restoring the death penalty itself. Yung crimes na merong crimes na nandoon na. So nakakand na yun. So others, because of serious objections, una-una ako believe ako nito kay Oscar Cruz, Bishop. Noon, pinapagalitan niya ako, pero ngayon, okay na lang. Because nakita ko kasi I was able to go inside his brain. There was this Al Jazeera special series about corruption sa Roman Catholic and itong pedophilia. Tapos sabi yung nag-i-interview, bakit hindi na lang yung encourage na mag-file ng kaso? Just like in America. The president, sabi ko noon sa Davao, nasa yun doon, they lost about 25 million. Yung Archdiocese ng LA, tingnan nyo dyan sa... ngayon, sabi bakit yun ba? Sabi niya, it will not prosper, sabi ni Oscar. The judge is a Catholic, the prosecutor is a Catholic, and the defense lawyer is a Catholic. Natawa ako, tama. Kaya ako sabi ko, saludo ako, yan ang totoo. That's the reality. Yan, pare na yan. Kaya ako sabi ko, ito siya ang favorite bishop ko. Totoo, kung siya ang magsabi sa akin, minus yung mga ano nila, patsada. Makinig pa ako, sa totoo lang. Anyway, alam mo nila, naniwala ako ng Diyos. Pero probably, we might not agree on certain matters regarding our religion. But kung Diyos ang pag-usapan, kaya ako malakas ang loob ko because I really believe in God. I have this deep and abiding faith in God. Kaya hindi mo matakot siya magpunta ng mga NPA, punta ng Hulo, Basilan, you fly during a storm. Because pag sinabi if my God says it's your time, it's my time, I will go. So wala akong dyan, assassination, di patayin mo. Kaya sabi ko kagabi, yung parang in connection with this assassination, merong sabi ko, wag kayo total. Hindi ako magpalibing dyan sa libingan ng, kayo lang mag-agawan dyan. Pero sabi nila, meron daw ako pwesto na kareserba. Isali ko yan sa lottery sa Mercedes-Benz ngayong December. Para ang aking lugar, the space that has been provided for me there, presidente ako, whether the military would like it or not, kasi presidente ako, just like Marcos, if my family would want me there, burial, pero ako ayaw ko, sabi ko. Kung mayroong gustong substitute, ibigay ko. Ikaw, ma'am, wag ka gusto mo. Mamata rin ng tao, whether you like it or not, sooner or later. But I can give you my reserve seat there. Ayaw ko yan. Doon lang ako sa nanay pati tatay ko. Burn me and place me beside my father and mother. That's where I came from. That's where I will go.
Benji Liwanag of DZBB.
Bong, ano yung listahan kung sinong mag-participate sa lottery? Iba yung lottery sa Mercedes-Benz, iba rin yung sa yung pwesto doon sa Libigan. Ayaw mo pa yan, hero ka? Maganda pa. Hero na, maganda pa.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. Ito po'y may kaugnayan ng tanong ko sa Mindanao. Nababahala na po ang Defense Department, especially Defense Secretary Lorenzana, na dumudoble na yung kidnapping sa Sulu, yung Abu Sayyaf. Ano po ang masasabi ninyo rito, Mr. President?
Well, I said, medyo okay pa yan. I can understand it very well because there's a rebellion going on. But with your pakiusap, meron tayong peace talks with the MI and MN. So yun silang yung main sa nasa highway talaga, traveling towards if possible, a peaceful solution sa Mindanao issue. Ang problema nito ISIS na. Kaya I just want to give you the warning. Itong ISIS wala itong pinipili. A few months ago, pinaputok yung Marawi, yung Granada sa loob ng library. And then, 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago, yung National High School sa Zamboanga. Kaya pinatawag ko yung lahat, hindi lang yung mga Moro official, pero separate. Separate ang issues eh. Pero sabi ko sa kanila, in a nutshell is that, you have to use your own office to solve the problem. You have the police, use it. You have my backing. Huwag ka magdadalawang isip. Go ahead and destroy them. Because if that, then ayaw mo, maraming drugs, maraming kidnapping, I would just simply call the military to establish order there. No need for martial law. But sabi ko kung if it gets worse and people are dying needlessly, yung mga inosente, do not force my hand. Kasi ngayon pwede ka pang search warrant, warrant of arrest. Alam mo, martial law, aso lang yan. Arrest, search, order.
Paano po ninyo poprotektahan yung mga inimbita ninyong mamumuhunan, especially sa Sulu, para mapalakas po yung ekonomiya natin ng Sulu?
O what? Yung
Yung security po. Nung
No,
nagkaroon po
I-
tayo ng program dito
Get it.
sa Malacanang.
At this time, I cannot. I cannot, but, well, ibang istorya yung Marcelo. Search on order yung hindi na kailangan ng korte-korte. Basta magpirmahan niya ng administrator ng Marcelo, which is usually the highest military officer, para siyang governor, then he has the free hand. So, laws will be enforced, not by the civilian, but by the military. But that is an extreme measure. Na kung ganon kayo palagi sabi ko, you kill innocent civilians, pati mga bata na binubumba ninyo. Do not force my hand into it. Kasi pag ako ang nagmarsyalo, tatapusin ko talaga. Tandaan mo yan. Pag ako ang nag-declare ng marsyalo, tatapusin ko ang problema. Tapos as in tapos. But I will have to use all the might of the armed forces. Air, sea, pati. It's going to be an invasion actually. I will order the invasion of places where government cannot operate. At kung
Okay.
ako mag-utos niyan, sabihin ko talaga, linisin na ninyo. Ganon rin.
Okay, sir. On another issue, yung kadamay, inukupahan po nila yung isang housing unit, o yung mga housing units sa Pandi, Bulacan. Nakarating na po
Alam
ba sa
mo,
inyo to?
sa totoo lang, kayo minsan, madalas magsabi, obey the law, no martial law. No. But kayo naman, pag kayo na ang gustong, if you want to ignore the law, you cannot do that. I will force the issue with eviction. Total, kung gusto man ninyo, huwag mo na akong ipalagay sa alanganin. There's enough money now to go around. May pera talagang gobyerno at sabi ko sa inyo, even a whiff of corruption, tatanggalin kita eh. So I want to make sure that the money is really utilized. I can give some but not all. But you will have if you want. Daan lang natin sa dialogo. Huwag yung ganon kasi pagka ganon, it's anarchy. Pagka you just give me the excuse to do not do that. Kasi maglabas niya parang inotel na rin ang gobyerno. Huwag mong gawin sa akin. Nung panahon siguro na ibang dumaan. Pero sa akin, I will do what I have to do.
Thank you very much,
Putin,
Mr. President.
naintindihan nila yan. I will do what I have to do, even if pulls me down or pulls me up.
Thank you, sir.
Huwag ganon kasi anarchy yan.
JP Bencito of Manila Standard.
Hi, Mr. President. Good evening. Sir, we'd just like to clarify again your stance on the total ban on mining. Sir, ano po bang magiging duration niya? Kailan nyo balak i-implement, sir? Will this be done through an executive order or through a legislation?
Alam mo, as I have said, when it comes to the preservation of my country, the land, and of course, eventually the people, because it would affect the aquatic resources, the mining resources, the marine resources, I will do what is necessary. Hindi masyado ako dyan sa batas-batas.
But sir,
It's here. It's here. Dito lang ako magtingin. Tingnan ko lang yung YouTube office ko. To preserve and defend the Philippines.
pero sir, yun lang po sanang mechanism. Will it be done through an executive order? Will you ask ES?
Bihin ko lang doon sa military. Pulihin mo yung mga yan. O kung hindi mo ulihin, ipasok mo doon sa butas tapos sirahan mo.
Okay po.
Yan lang. Bital kaso mo lang yan.
Sir, you were mentioning earlier about a destabilization plot connected to the miners.
No, mining is funding.
Funding what?
They did not invent stabilization.
Sir, yung fina-fund lang nila is about yung PR war, sir? Or the stab talaga against you?
I don't know. Maybe destabilization make me unpopular. Yung mga moy ako, sige lang. So be it. Tingnan natin.
Sir, on another note,
Mamili kayo ng bagong presidente, si ano na lang. Pero hindi ko sila sabi na kasali yan si Lene. I don't want to drag your name. So hindi totoo na may, ako ha, for the life of me, ito may Diyos man. Tanungin mo ang dalawang sekretary at ito silang dalawa. Bulungan mo sila kung totoo. I have never called anybody since I nagupo ako dito. Justice Department, ha? To call about dilemma. But tanungin mo mga taga-Justice Department kung may na-receive yan silang tawag sa akin. And si Senate President pati Speaker. Even in the matter of votes and in the reconfiguring of the power that inside, hinayaan ko na talaga yan sila. Gina, sa nanay, woman, hindi maglaya. Tanungin ninyo kung may tinawagan ko, even isang beses. And siya pumunta dito kanina. Sabi niya, sino yung mga media na yan? Sabi ko, may hate ka dyan. Siya wala naman. Pag sila yung nag-report sa akin, nagsinungaling ka, nagsinungaling mo siguro. Hindi, yan siya, I told you, he was a roommate of mine. During Marcelo, he was one of those being hunted. They were able to escape on time. And nakita-kita yan sila doon. He became a law partner of Maceda. Yan ang totoo talaga niya. So maybe he was granted privileges. Kasi bright yan eh. He's a circuit, talk circuit. Membro yan. Ramos, de Benisa, yan siya. They go around other different venues to talk about Philippines, treaties. Yan ang, hindi niya kasalanan yan actually. Hindi niya kasalanan. So at that time, siya makatravel. But ang problema, tinago niya. Ilabas mo. Ano mo masama niya na he was seeking sanctuary there. The right of sanctuary. Asylum, sometimes it's called. Sought an asylum in a third country, sought the sanctuary. Yes, sir.
Sir, there are still 5 cabinet secretaries who will be bypassed by the Commission on Appointments with the Holy Week break, sir. It's Secretary Tagualo, Briones, Lopez, Mariano, and Secretary Obial. Sir, all of them are facing fierce criticism except, of course, Secretary Briones, sir. Are you willing to reappoint them for another...
Ganito, if just a matter of bypassing, well, they can be reappointed. But if your appointment is taken, is being discussed, put into the table, and you are rejected, that's the end of you.
Pero, sir...
Ang may rules sila na on the third bypass, kailangan i-deliberate na ang appointment mo. Once you are rejected, wala na. And as I said, I have not called anybody, anything, for any reason at all. Alam mo bakit? Itong telepono ko, maraming nakikinig dyan. Maraming nakikinig dyan. Guro, lahat na.
Sir,
Kasi ako, nakikinig rin ako sa iyo.
Sir, last follow-up na lang po sana. I believe Secretary Lopez has talked with you about the suspension of the MICC review that she herself ordered together with Secretary Dominguez. Sir,
She has the authority to do what it is she likes. She knows her oath of office.
Pero-
I do not bother. I decide on yung final form na. Sometimes it is brought up in the cabinet. So the decision of the secretary should just explain to us, and that's it. Kasi wala kami pakialaman.
Sir, last na lang po. Is this an opportunity for the Secretary to explain her point and prove to her critics na wala naman talagang circumvention ng due process, sir? Yung... I said, I'll give this to you.
You think it is good to undo the process? Or
Thank you, sir.
tingnan na lang ninyo.
Tricia Marcus of GMA Online.
You can examine that. If you think there's any need for a discussion for that,
Good evening, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
ma'am.
the Senate Joint Committee on Dangerous Drugs, Public Order and Dangerous Drugs and Justice released a report on their findings on their investigation of the death of Albuera Mayor Espinosa. They said that the CIDG Region 8 premeditated was behind the killing, and they use it to cover up their involvement in drugs. So we just want to get your reaction on this, sir.
if it's done in the performance of the duties and it went out of hand, I said that I support the police because they told me there was a gun. And I will believe the police rather than other people. Otherwise, what would be the point of sending the police there or asking the police to go out and hunt for them and kill them if they put up a violent fight?
Sir, you stand by your...
Yes, of course.
So even if the Senate Joint Committee said that it was a...
I do not care if there is even 1,000 committees that I will insist on the truthfulness of the police. Period.
Sir-
And I will defend them.
Sir,
Basta wag lang yung abuso.
Sir, we just also want to get your reaction on, also on the same findings or on the same report. The Senate report said that you micromanage the PNP when you reinstated Superintendent Marcos.
Let us just wait if the case is filed in court. That will be the proper, where we can discuss it thoroughly.
Sir, just for,
Idemanda nila, okay lang yan.
sir, just for the record, why did you reinstate Superintendent Marcos before, sir?
Because mayroon akong pinapahanap sa kanya.
And what is it, sir?
Like that's what I said. I was looking for the person who was contaminating the Eastern Visayas, sending young people to hell. Bakit hindi kita hanapin? Gagawin mo yan, bakit hindi kita hanapin?
Sir, nahanap niyo na po ba yung taong yun?
Ay, marami yan sila. Not only because yung iba kasi nabibili. Pagka gano'n na sa utusan mo, tapos, wala sir, no? Because he is on the take. That's why, pagka-pera nag-usap, kaya mga generals nandyan. Are you not surprised where there are even generals na sabit? So that's money. So you grieve for this idiot, Espinosa? O di sige. Then because I said I have to protect the Filipino people, I would declare war. And I will kill you. Kung sinabi nila nandoon, puntahan ko yan, ako mismo ang... Naku.
Thank you, sir.
I said, I do not, my heart does not bleed for any one of the son of a bitch na namatay. My heart bleeds for the so many Filipinos who are out of their minds, cannot function anymore, and has practically destroyed our society. Just like the other side dyan sa Western, si Udikta, kasi niya ni Mabilog, mayor ang unang finding is bangba yung di Udikta couple. Papasok ka dyan ngayon, talagang delikado ka. Tangina itong human rights. Sabihin mo na, maputang inang yan, drop di yabo. Wala na tayong pag-usapan. Bukas, ako na ang magsabi sa polis, hinto kayo. Ako na magsabi sa military, withdraw kayo. Now, if you order out, mayor ka ngayon, nagluluto ka sa barangay captain ka, disgrasya ka talaga, anak ng... Yung mong narco-politika, you plunder the country and you expect a good story about your death? Son of... Ilang Pilipino sa Visayas na naging gago na ngayon. Then you want a melodramatic story of this idiot, a son of a bitch who destroyed.
Just one last follow-up lang, sir. So was it Espinosa, Mayor Espinosa, that na pinapahanap niyo kina Superintendent Marcos?
Hindi lang man si Espinosa. Why is so special about Espinosa, by the way? Why are you zeroing? Marami nang pinatay, including Espinosa.
Okay, just
So,
to clarify.
if he was a victim of salvaging, hindi lang siya marami. You just go into the files. So, ang sinasabi ko lang, the point here is, may findings na parang he was rubbed out. Is that is the connotation to you as rub out or extrajudicial killing? Yun ang findings. Okay. Because the police is under me and it was reported otherwise. Sino ang papaniwalaan ko? Hindi ko man trabaho yung committee. It does not work for me. They are not my workers. They are not from the palace. So ang sabi ng police, inutusan ko, destroy the drug industry. Anong nangyari? Ito sir, ganun, may baril. O di yun. O di, tama kayo. O sige, kung mayroon kayo, if there's another version of it, just go ahead and file the case. Walang problema yan. When I defend the police, I will defend the police. If I will defend the military, I will go down with them to the mouths of hell. Because that is my order. And I do not renege on it, and I do not deny it. Somebody has to, when you're the president, dito na. Hindi ko maipasa kay Senate President, hindi ko mapasa. Akin yan. Mine and mine alone.
Thank you, sir.
Okay? Yes.
It's good that the questionnaire highlighted the fact that these are committee reports. So these are not yet Senate findings. They will have to be subjected to plenary discussion and then approval by the body. So these are reports. Okay.
Basta kayo dyan, nandyan pa ngayon. Do not expect any. Yung nandyan talaga sa droga. Do not ever think that I will cry for you. Ilan ang sinira ninyong buhay sa Pilipino? Bata, matanda, babae, lalaki. Tapos, mamatay kayo, gusto ninyong memoirs ninyo, melodramatic. Para ni Marco, putang ina, litse kayo. Alam ko you're ready to go to hell. Sabay tayo, ambak pa dito. Sabay-sabay tayo.
Hannah Sancho.
I have to consult Bishop Cruz kung pwede pa ba ako sa langit. Sabi niya, wala nang pag-asa. Sorry. Sabihin ko na lang sa mga love ko sa buhay, anak ko na, sorry, I cannot join you there. But if some here would join, like to join me, okay. Gumanon lang ako sa Makate. Juice yan eh. Butts into your gum.
Good evening, sir. Hannah from SMNI. Sir, what is your next move or action to Mr. Cesar Montano after the employees of the Tourism Promotion Board filed a complaint against him over alleged mismanagement and possible corruption?
Sino ito mo?
Cesar Montano, sir. Siya po yung CEO ng Tourism Promotions Board. Nag-file po ng reklamo yung mga empleyado.
Kaaga
Dahil
naman.
sa mismanagement po. Misuse ng
All I
funds.
have to do is just to file a case. If you have a gripe, and if you think that there's something wrong there, file a case. But I trust the guy. So, kaya ko in-appoint yan. Kaya kung wala akong kumpiyansa sa taong yan, hindi ko na inipwesto dyan sa position.
And you think, sir, may capability siya, sir, to lead the agency po? Cesar Montano.
That would be an opinion of mine, but hindi man kailangan may pera na yung tao. It's just a matter of destroying yourself with a measly amount. I do not think he will go for that.
Sir, may mga regrets po ba tayo, sir? na may mga nilagay tayo sa pwesto sa pamahalaan tapos nasasangkot sila sa issue ng corruption.
So
Like,
kami dito? Saan?
may mga
Ako saan? Ako,
appointments,
ready
sir.
ako. If I commit graft, my children, I am ready to resign. I do not have the illusions about hanging on to something.
Last Saturday, sir, you mentioned yung si Sandra Camp, may utang na loob kayo.
Oh.
Kaya may plano kayong bigyan siya ng posisyon sa pamahalaan.
Bakit? What's wrong with utang na loob? Alang-alang yung mga liberal ang ilagay ko dito. Kalkuhan yan. Hindi na ako magpresidente kung si Rojas o sino.
As long as, sir, pasok sila dun sa sinasabi yung qualification na kailangan hindi corrupt.
That would be an opinion. Di mo nga alam kung sino. For what crime? Because pag sinakyan ko yung statement na yan, sumakonektado yan sa tao, it's very unfair. Pinag-usapan yung corruption niya, malay ko.
Sir, na-mention niyo sa mga previous speeches ninyo si Lavinia, mga taga-LTFRB, LTO na tinanggal ninyo.
correct.
May mga nadagdag po ba, sir? Recently?
Mayroon pa. Marami yan.
From
Marami
what
pa.
agency,
Mga directors. Told them to
Saan,
act
sir?
on papers within 15 days. Cabinet member, they're only allowed 1 month. Panahon sino? 1 year, 2 years, Seneda. Alam niyo yan. Dito 1 month. Directors, regional directors, you must husband yung papel mo sa come up with a decision within 15 days. Half of what it would take for a government cabinet member to do it.
Sir,
3 days local.
Sir, clarify ko lang, sir, no? Meron tayong aasahan na pwedeng matanggal sa pwesto dahil dun sa korupsyon. Katulad ng
Hindi ko
minention
na
niyo
kailangan sabihin niya, ginawa ko na eh.
Okay, sir.
Sinabi ko sa iyo dito, baka tingin talaga ninyo rin sa aming kaluluwa namin na wala kaming pera, nandito kami pang well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. It was just a matter of looking for your money that's being wasted. Tell me. And wag na yung investigation. Tell me kung sino. At saka malaman ko kasi tinatanong ko lahat eh.
Sir, clarification po kay Yasay. May plano po ba kayo siyang i-appoint sa ibang government position? Kay Yasay.
May time na
May plano po ba kayong i-appoint sa ibang cabinet position po si Yasay?
at of this time hindi kami nag-usap. He was here but he
Nandito kayo-
introduced
okay.
the acting.
Okay.
Pero wala siyang sinabi. Wala kang pagkakasal. Sabi ko, nangyari because nandito yung media.
Hindi kayo nasasayangan,
Maraming
sir?
tanong. Sa haba pa naman ang tanong. Gaya mo ngayon. Ano?
Hindi ba kayo nasasayangan kay Yasay, sir, para to consider na i-appoint siya sa ibang position?
Hindi pa nga kami nag-usap eh.
Okay.
Ikaw yung nagtatanong. Kung interesado ka, sabihin mo kung rekomenda mo siya.
Last na, sir. Si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano po bang itatalagan niyo sa Department of Foreign Affairs?
Wala. Hindi pa namin pinag-usapan.
So,
But, you know, Senator Cayetano is a very brilliant man. He would be needed by the Senate. Wag niyong walain yan. Dito pwede naman acting eh.
So, hindi na si Senator Cayetano sa DFA, sir. Mas kailangan siya sa Senado.
Alam mo, sa kakiikot ng tanong mo, I just decide na ikaw na lang.
Sir,
Pwede mo
we only
tanggapin?
want... I-clarify lang po namin, sir, para sure. Ayaw naman namin, ako sa'yo namin gumagawa kami ng story, sir, di ba?
Hindi, gawa niya story, pero yung sabi mo, idikit, hindi mo ako mahuli dyan, kaya pareho tayo bulador eh.
Thank you, sir.
Pareho, ako, praktisado ako sa nanay ko, yung mag-slant. Pero araw ako dyan sa altar, nakalupa oh. Bakit man pala close ako kay Jesus? Dahil man yan. 3 times a week ako nakaharap sa altar. Nako.
We have last 3 reporters.
Praktisado ako sa nanay ko. Hindi ako kang ma-offend dyan ha, biro lang ito. Nagbibiroan lang tayo dito. Sino pa?
Andreo Calonzo.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
magandang gabi po. Sir, mag-shift lang po ako sa isang mga favorite nyo na subjects, economics po. Sir, do you support the tax reform proposal that is
Yes.
currently?
Yes.
Sir, in its entirety, yung pagpapataas ng tax sa auto, sa gasolina, do you support that too?
I don't know. Sila yung nag-usap. But pinatawag ko dito si si Dominguez. Tapos sila na sabi ko na it's apparently it's a rough sailing for the reformed law ni Dominguez. Sabi ko, suportahan ninyo kasi kailangan ni Dominguez yung pera. We're trying to make or break tayo dito sa ating buhay ngayon eh. There has to be change. Kaya change na yan, kailangan magkaroon ng within the fast possible time. Yung mobility ng tao, tapos may development dito. But sigurado ako marami because napirmahan na yan. The Chinese guys are coming in very fast. They are offering airports and itong mga wharves. I-upgrade nila. So we have accepted it all. Nandito nga yung sa Minister of Commerce. He was here to hurry us up. Harap-harapan sinasabi, dala-dala na namin yung pera. Where is yung documentation ninyo?
Sir, how do you plan to convince the lawmakers to pass the less popular portions of the bill?
It is really, and it might not be really odious, but it is not also medyo resistance. Kasi yung ano naman kasi ng trabaho ng congressman is ang pera ng tao. But I think that if people would realize that the money would be put into good use and really spent for the purpose for which is being envisioned to be collected, and then they would give us time. Kasi may mga pangako ako na dapat matupad.
Tapos sir, you're popular.
Government runs on taxes. Yan ang gasolina ng gobyerno. We cannot collect any order except taxes. And we do not go into business. Walang profits ang gobyerno except taxes. We do not compete. That's why government is prohibited from putting up proprietary entities. Kasi we cannot compete with the private sector. That's not allowed.
Sir, you're very popular now. Are you willing to lose some of that popularity to...
I said, I rise and fall sa aking promises sa inyo, taong bayan. Yellow ang kulay nitong langaw dito. May naiwan.
Tapos sir, what do you tell the public na sila yung averse sa idea na magkakabagong tax?
Well, to the Filipino people, I said I made promises. Few far in between the campaign days. Ginagawa ko. And if you think that it's out of order, then tell me. Why did you vote for me? I told you, nagagawin ko kung anong pinagdadaldal ko dito. So, gagawin ko. So, ginagawa ko lahat. Makita naman yung simple things. We're just trying to get the money on time to start on the things that we envision to have this year.
Sir, your administration has very ambitious infrastructure plans. So
Yes.
can we expect this tax measure to be certified as urgent?
I suppose that nakiusap na ako sa congressman. By and large, pati yung individual, I hope that they would give it to Dominguez.
Okay.
Si Dominguez yung binubugbog ng mga projects. He has to raise the money. But he's a very good, he belongs to the financial world. He's very adept dyan sa mga gano'n.
Pero sir, on your part, have you talked to congressmen, some lawmakers?
Yeah, makikita kami.
Okay.
Ito si Kokoy pati si Speaker, pinatawa ko talaga sila. Sabi ko na, si Dominguez, nag-uusap kami. Dominguez explained everything. Ganon. I need this because ito yung dapat gawin natin. Without taxes, you cannot do anything.
Sir, maraming salamat po.
Believe ka, no?
Yes, sir. Believe na rin.
Sabi ko na, oh.
Mikael Flores of Nikkei. Not here.
Good evening, Mr. President. Sir, just to clarify on the Benham Rice issue.
Ganun man talaga kayo lahat. Puro clarify.
Yeah. What
Hanap ng bukta siguro, hindi clarify. Siya na.
Sir, what diplomatic courses of action will you be taking with your counterparts in China following its incursion by its military into clearly Philippine territory?
No, there's no incursion because may agreement kami. I even invited them to the shores of the Philippines for a visit. Wala, pinapalaki lang yan ng, I don't know, walang concern dyan because it had our, we previously agreed that they can, research ship naman yung ano. But even there, binibasa ko nga yung Russia, no, yung battleships nila. So, walang concern. We were advised of it way ahead. But maybe we have every right also to ask, kumusta? Anong sadya mo dito? Parang ganun lang yan. We do not want to pick a fight.
Okay. Sir, on another...
Things are getting great our way. So why spoil it?
Sir, on another issue, PSP Governor Saititang will be stepping down, I think, by July of this year, and you will be appointing a new governor. Sir, who's the top of mind choice that you're considering now for the position?
Well, I have to listen to everybody, including the Senate and the political leaders of the country. And the appointee, whoever he is, must have acceptance.
Sir, do you prefer an insider, one who has worked in the central bank throughout his career, or are you open to appointing an outsider from within the banking community?
Part of the call would be Dominguez's thought.
Sir, last question on my part. Deputy Speaker Gloria Arroyo is being her name is being floated as one of the possible choices for BSP governor. Are you considering Deputy Speaker Arroyo as one of the possible appointees to the position?
No, I don't think she would agree. Hindi yan tatanggapin ni ma'am. It uses to speculate. Hindi tatanggapin ni ma'am yung trabaho. Pupuin mo sa opisina uli.
Thank you, sir.
Any other name. You might want to mention a popular name or whatever. But
Sir,
I said,
the two insiders who are being considered are Deputy Governor Diwa Ginigundo and Deputy Governor Torres Pinilla, as well as I think the PDP Laban has the top of mind choice is East-West Bank President Mr. Bongkupa. So
we would be listening largely to Dominguez.
Okay.
And consultations with the leaders of the country. Because he might have a time if it's not acceptable to the other guys of government. I do not run this government alone, although I appoint, but there must be a concurrence also of the political leaders. Kasi pag hindi nila tanggapin, mahirapan ng...
Thank you, sir.
Mr. President, the last reporter to ask a question is Celerina Monte of Daily Manila Shimbun.
Good evening, sir. There's this report that Japan is planning to send its largest warship at the West Philippine Sea. May we know if Japan has informed you about this plan?
I have invited all of them. So kung maglaro-laro na lang tayo dyan, bakit tayo mag-away? Gira-gira na lang ba? Use plastic bullets in the meantime. You know, that is an international passage. Yung China Sea is not within our territory, but it is part of the entitlements. Kung baga ikaw bahay mo, binigyan ka ng fish pond, pero labas sa gate mo, sa fence mo. Ang territorial limits natin is from the shore, so the tide runs yung up, down. Count there, 12 miles. Diyan sila magpermiso sa atin. Pero yung pagdaan lang, international waters yan. Pero what's inside there, ibinigay sa atin by a treaty, by the consent of the United Nations, na yan ang ating fish fund para sa konsumo natin sa isda, marine life, blah, blah, blah.
But sir, apparently it's not just an innocent passage that what they are planning to do there. Parang they're going to patrol in that area, and there's this report that it will also dock at Subic Bay, and they are planning to invite you to that ship. If ever you will be invited, will you be going there?
If I have the time.
So
Ang problema sa Amerika, yung kanilang dumating aircraft carrier, nandoon ba kayo? Most of the cabinet members were there? Were you there? No. Justice Aguirre was there. Kung may panahon,
So
gusto man ako magtingin ng mga battleship. Gusto ko nga magpuntahan sila lahat dyan eh. Maglaro-laro lang kayo. Huwag kayong mag-gira. Kasi, you know what? America, Russia, China, and everybody else in town know that a third world war ends the planet Earth. Pagka pubutok lahat yan, China, Russia, wala nang mundo.
Sir, this is a Japanese ship, ha? So, you're willing to visit that even if there could be repercussion with our relationship with China?
No, alam ng China na international waters yan. 12 miles. There is no entitlement claim there. Galing Japan papunta rito. It's a long way. It's not even, paglabas pa lang ng nagkakagulo na sila sa the islands there, the 3 islands.
Senkaku.
Oh, Senkaku.
Sir, on another issue, the lawyer of Matobato is planning to raise or file a case before the international court daw against you. So, what's your reaction on this?
Sa popolong ako? Bisitahan mo ako doon, ha? Saan yung kuman?
Malayo, sir.
Please. Saan ako ikulong nila?
So, sir,
ako, payag ako. Okay, I would gladly to. Pero kailangan may kasama ako.
So, sir, you're
So
ready.
if they would allow me to have somebody, a companion, I will not hesitate to paki-nominate na lang sa pagdating ng panahon.
So, sir, you're ready to face the whatever charges that they would be filing before the ICC?
I said I will do what I say in public, and I am ready to face the consequences. If I go to prison, so be it. Yan talaga ang buhay ko. Sabihin ng Panginoong Diyos, sige, magpresidente ka, linisin mo ang bayan mo sa droga, tapos magpakulong ka. Pero yung mga hinihingi mo na may kasama ka, hindi, mamili ka na lang kung sino dyan. So.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. President. Thank you so much to Malacanang Press Corps. Thank you for your time.
Salamat, ha. Forget my jokes. I'm one guy na hindi talaga, kaya sabi ko, I never graduated. I'm honest to admit it. I never graduated to being a statesman president. Ang style ko talaga is, ang ugali ko is pang mayor lang. Ang problema, ang city hall ko ito. Wala man tayong magawa. Wala nga lang naman. So may mga trabaho ako na hindi naman palpak, pero kailangan kong trabahoin. Sabi ko, alam, May international agreement. Sino ba naman ang ayaw doon pag si... Diyos ko po. Oh? Sa Ismail, parang Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa.
At yan po ang naging joint press conference ni Pangulong Duterte, Senate President Coco Pimentel at House Speaker Pantaleon Alvarez sa Malacanang. Tinalaki ng Pangulo ang issue ng mining. Alam niya raw na pinupondohan ng ilang mining company ang anyay opposite side para magsagawa ng destabilisasyon laban sa kanya. Ipinakita rin ng Pangulo ang ilang larawang nagpapakita ng masamang epekto ng pagmimina sa kapaligiran. Kasama raw sa mga pinag-aaralan ng Pangulo ang posibilidad ng pagpapatupad ng total mining ban. Muli rin ginit ng Pangulo ang kahalagahan ng federalism para solusyonan ang problema ng karahasan sa Mindanao. Importante raw na masimula na ngayong taon ang mekanismo sa pagtataguyod ng federal government. Iginiit niyang malala na ang problema sa Mindanao dahil sa droga at terorismo. Pero sa ngayon, hindi pa raw kailangan ng martial law roon. Kaugnay naman sa issue ng pagbabalik ng death penalty sa bansa, sang-ayon daw si Pangulong Duterte na isama ang plunder sa mga kasong papatawan ng parusang kamatayan. Suportado rin daw ng Pangulo ang panukalang tax reform.